The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Bawa, who traveled for lesser Hajj with his wife, children, parents, and other family members about a month ago. It was revealed that while in Jeddah and Mecca, they stayed in Sheraton Hotel, which cost about $15,000 for 10 days per room, and Mr. Bawa paid for 6 rooms, and the hotel accommodation for the trips is estimated to be around $300,000. If the chairman is therefore found wanting in any regard to the transparency of such trip funding, are we not making a huge mistake as a nation still having him in the position of power?
On another episode of What is Trending, my name is Angelo. Welcome to the Nation's Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. First on the block, I have an update on the issue of the subsequent arrest and suspension of the boss of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Bawa. A group known as the Coalition of Concerned Citizens has called out the suspended chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Bawa, for really spending lots of outrageous amounts of public funds on frivolities. Recall that President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu had suspended the EFCC boss, and investigation has since begun on his misconduct, which include money laundering and misappropriation of public funds, and misuse of office or abuse of power, and then also breach of public trust, and so on, or amongst others. Okay, now lots and lots of exposés has been brought on board on this particular press conference granted by this group known as the Coalition of Concerned Citizens. I think Bawa doesn't know about this particular press conference because this press conference has more information to indict and arrest him forever than he has ever imagined. Let me allow you to watch a brief cutaway from this press conference session so you will understand the reason why Bawa was arrested and his long list of offenses and crimes over time as the EFCC boss. Stay tuned.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Bawa, who traveled for lesser Hajj with his wife, children, parents, and other family members about a month ago. It was revealed that while in Jeddah and Mecca, they stayed in Sheraton Hotel, which cost about $15,000 for 10 days per room, and Mr. Bawa paid for 6 rooms, and the hotel accommodation for the trips is estimated to be around $300,000. We understand the need for a religious pilgrimage for every personal individual, but we have failed in every possible thought to justify how Bawa could easily afford that luxury without batting an eyelid. It is of great concern to everyone how the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, would opt in for such a luxury that was not funded by the government, even with an obvious knowledge of what his monthly take-home is. An agency like the EFCC is built on accountability and frauds at fund mismanagement, embezzlement, and other vices. If the chairman is therefore found wanting in any regard to the transparency of such trip funding, are we not making a huge mistake as a nation still having him in the position of power? It therefore remains no proper justification for the career of spending. We should therefore say that Mr. Bawa has continued to exhibit incompetence and unprofessionalism in managing the affairs of the agency. His never-ending display of ineptitude and his leadership will create greater mishap within the noble agency. The Coalition of Concerned Citizens frowns at the magnanimous exhibition of the corrupt practices, breach of public trust, and abuse of power by Bawa. Mr. Bawa needs to come clean on the way and manner he has prosecuted the anti-corruption fight, and should therefore explain how seized assets by the EFCC have been sold without adherence to due process, which exclude all form of kickbacks gotten from such process. For the record, Mr. Bawa was found wanting and reported arrested and detained in 2019 at the Port Harcourt office of the Commission, where he was the zonal head, on the fraudulent sale of trucks, which necessitated his removal and detention by the same EFCC for selling at least 244 commission-seized patrol-bearing trucks worth about 20 and 30 million naira each to his proxies at a ridiculous amount of 100,000 naira through a shady auction exercise. Also recently, a Lokoja High Court
Alright, welcome back. This is still Nations Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. Now, on the issue of that particular viral video, well, the EFCC boss has been arrested. There is nothing we can do about it. But in this particular press conference is a list, a very long list of his offenses, his crimes and his sins over time. This goes further to point out the fact that the EFCC boss was never a saint. And that is true. Hence, the statement he made to former governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawale, saying there is nobody that is a saint. We never knew what he meant by that statement. When you remember when Matawale dared him to come out and deny if he didn't ask him for a bribe of over $2 million, okay? And then he came out and answered outrightly that there is no clean person. Well, maybe this was what he was trying to say or trying to depict to Nigerians, because such a man who was given this particular appointment at a young age with the sole objective, reasons being that he was a young man, so there will be little or no corrupt cases, as it is an anti-grafting agency. But here we are with a long list of offenses and crimes from this EFCC boss, suspended though. Lots of people are saying it was Geldin Emefiele, the central bank governor, that has been suspended and detained too, that implicated the EFCC boss. And the stories keep going on and on and on. I will bring you more updates on that particular issue as we go further, okay? Don't worry, I always got you covered when it comes to information, especially viral videos and what have you, okay? Now, secondly, former President Olusegun Aremu Akikiola Obasanjo has come on air to assure Nigerians not to panic, okay, as these are trying times. And as such, he has so instilled a sort of courage in the minds of Nigerians, okay. Now, he said there are many things that are accrued to being a Nigerian, and he has come out to, well, as usually, know him to be a very consequential person, okay. So he said Nigerians are entitled to get through to all these issues, because they are issues that, although they are new to the political system, but Nigerians can really pull through with a little time given, because he can see light at the end of the tunnel, okay. The former legislative officer who now plies his trade outside the government house as a result of his retirement from politics has stopped nowhere to call out all who have taking part in the electoral irregularities. Of course, he said it in a form of adage form though. So without wasting much of your time, I'll give you an interview where former President Olusegun Obasanjo had this long interview with Chude. Now, I brought a cutaway from that interview so you will understand. It's been long we saw him on air, so I felt we at Nations Voice Tower should share this particular interview with our most lovely viewers. Stay tuned and watch President Olusegun Obasanjo speak.
President Olusegun.
Welcome back. You saw it there. The president was hinging his own speech on support, on mission, on course of governance, on political stability, insecurity, and a stable political system. That was what he was trying to explain, and he was giving them in adages. So if you know former President Olusegun Obasanjo so well, you will know that he is always this man that speaks in parables and always tries to make his points in one stable way or the other, okay. So that was the brief clip. I hope you enjoyed it there, because it's been long we saw President Olusegun Obasanjo right after he came out to endorse Peter Obi during the election period. That is that on that update. Then finally, I would say that I have something quite different. The Gbagi community in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, one of the major ethnic groups, has approached the governance of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu with so much energy, and they have hereby applauded him for having hit the ground running with lots of operations and lots of decisions, lots of policies signed into bill, okay. They spoke and they urged Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to include them in his cabinet of governance and ministerial list. The group, through their spokesperson, one Mrs. Dorothy Nuhu Akenova, were speaking to newsmen during a press conference where they insisted that Nigeria is one Nigeria according to them, and lots of tribes, ethnic groups and so on. But please, they shouldn't be sidelined to the background as a minority tribe, although they are a majority tribe in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. She furthermore opined that it's a very majority tribe like Bagi in the FCT should have at least the minister of the FCT coming from their tribe as somebody who is supposed to stay in their own state to govern from their own territory. Okay, they are trying to say that the minimal or the number that was allocated to the Bagi people according to the ministerial list of past governments is so minimal, and as such they are urging the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to make them feel entitled to this particular part of his governance, because they feel whoever is going to govern from the FCT should come from the FCT. Okay, well, this is what they said, and they didn't really go extra miles to make their points, but I would allow you watch this woman while she made her point during this press conference talking to newsmen. Stay tuned.
Unfortunately, what we are getting back in return is not commensurate with what we have given out. And oftentimes, we have observed that the leadership of the Federal Capital Territory is given to other people, other Nigerians, other than we, the Bagi, the indigenous Middle Belt and FCT people who have sacrificed our precious land at the expense of our livelihoods. We've never been given the opportunity to have ministerial positions for the FCT, either as the senior minister or the junior minister. And so it's our cry today to this new administration that this matter be visited as a matter of urgency. I'm expecting that we'll have more ministerial appointments across board, but especially the Federal Capital Territory should be given to a Bagi person, either as a full minister or a junior minister, especially in addition to the ministerial positions that the Bagi people have always been given, because we are across 5 states of Nigeria. And my attention was drawn to a journalist that recent research shows that we are not 10 million but 15 million people. That is colossal. We can't afford to ignore the potential that such a population size brings towards development of this nation.
All right, welcome back. You heard the woman there. She was in no way trying to allow her tribe to be belittled in any form without being recognized. According to her, all tribes are being recognized in the country. So a very majority tribe in FCT, such as Bagi, shouldn't be relegated to the background. They should be as well given ministerial positions in this new government, as well as other tribes like the Igbo, the Yoruba, and the Hausa. Okay. Well, I'll tell her Bagi is not a majority tribe in Nigeria. So if you're asking for more ministerial positions in Nigeria, we have over 200 ethnic groups, and all these ethnic groups need to be satisfied with 1 or 2 appointments on ministerial lists. So where Bagi is just a minority tribe in the whole country, it may be a majority tribe in Abuja, but nationally it is yet to be recognized. So I would urge the woman to please make do with whatever ministerial list you have been getting over the past government, because that is what we have to call ethnic balancing in governance. Okay, so if you are giving more, what of other tribes that are minority in other states? What will they say? So that is that on that particular update. I would urge our viewers, both subscribing, incoming and old, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to also tap the notification bell so you will get updates anytime we drop new videos. And finally, don't forget to watch till the end. Please share this video to people around you and people outside Nigeria, and then drop a comment for us in the comment section anytime you feel you want to reach out to us. Thanks so much for all your support, both on and offline. I will see you in my next video. Keep it with us. See you next time. Bye.